everybody, this is Miss K and welcome to Miss K on Postal. I hope you had a great day. It was Monday, beginning of a new week. We just rolling through May, y'all, rolling. Before you know it, it's gonna be over with. So, Miss K got some tea for y'all, so I had to come and give it to you while it was hot, ready, fresh, hot. So I don't know if you guys have heard, but just actually today, Dejoy penned a letter to senators as well as the chairman of Homeland Security in regards to an update and changes that are going on with the Postal Service. Let me put on my eyes, y'all. So I got a copy of it, but it's not like it's fucking secret. You can go online, you can find this information. It's not like some clandestine shit. But I did get a copy of it. So in this, that was only given to postal management. So if you are a craft member, craft employee, union, you may not get this. This is specifically for management. So remember almost 2 months ago now, a month and a half ago, Dejoy had a Senate committee meeting, and he was chewed the fuck out in front of all the cameras about the performance of the Postal Service, the performance of what's going on in Palmetto, Georgia, the RPDCs in Metro Atlanta, just shit everywhere. And he was literally told, get your act together, or, we don't know what we're going to do. You got 14 days. Dejoy said 60, whatever. So now, and remember, just last week, he went and put a halt to all the consolidations that are going on across the nation, and he put a halt on that until January 1st, 2025. Now, as of today, he decided to pen a letter. Now, technically, this is what he submitted. This is what he said. It's a letter, but it's also a breakdown of how he's going to go forward in the operations for the consolidation for the keep the post office great again plan until 2025. So in this, right, he Senator Ossoff from Georgia also received this as well, but this was given to the Honorable Gary Peters, who was also one of the senators in the committee hearing, but he's also the chairman of the Homeland Security Government Affairs Committee. That is the committee that funds and oversees Homeland Security, the Postal Service, and other agencies that are under that umbrella. So this was given, and in this letter, it's packet. I'm gonna call it a packet, y'all, since we have a class. It's packet. In this packet, he broke down a lot of what he foresees that they're going to be doing from here on out. Now, it's very long. When I tell you this is long, it's long. So I'm going to just read the first part of it, which is a paragraph. And it says, Dear Chairman Peters, despite the significant efforts of the consistent and transparent communications we have provided about our Delivering for America Plan initiative, bullshit, confusion continues to proliferate in some circles about the work we have underway to rescue the Postal Service. I am writing to clarify the various initiatives we have ongoing that are part of the nearly 15.3 billion, I said it, billion in committed self-funded investments and those initiatives that we agreed to pause in my letter to you on May 9th. So remember, just about a week ago, he submitted a letter, and then it became public common knowledge that they're going to halt all consolidations from here on out to January 1st, 2025. Okay. So, and then it has here what has been paused for 2024, further implementations resulting from mail processing reviews. So, in this particular part of it, he was saying literally about how they've been conducting mail processing facility reviews to determine and analyze the efficiency of operations, to inform our employees and communities we serve. Fuckery. You didn't inform no motherfucking body. Get the fuck out of here. Who you informed? You had town hall bullshit meetings where you didn't say anything, and you literally told people, oh, we're just here to listen. We're not doing nothing else. But your words are falling on deaf ears. But I digress. And other interested stakeholders of certain options, we are considering improving our operations and save costs in our local mail processing plants. Yada 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 yada. This is fluff. This part right here is bullshit and fluff. Okay, it's we know we've been hearing complaints, and this is what we've been doing. Bullshit. So the last paragraph says, however, contrary to past facility reviews where the intention was to close the mail processing facility when we moved out mail processing operations, the current facility review process has no such intention. You hear what I said? To the contrary, the review process we are undertaking also includes substantial investments in the facilities we are studying. In the past, these changes have been initiated without an eye towards improving the workplace or growing our business because in many instances, the intention was to discontinue operations in the facility or to significantly curtail its operations. That is because before the Delivering for America plan, there had not been a comprehensive strategy to repair our business and restore our vitality. If you review our website, you will find that pursuant to our current plan, hundreds of millions of dollars will be invested in these facilities to refurbish and equip them to transform its organization. I turn the page, y'all, to ensure that we can serve our communities in the future. Fluff. Fluff. So it goes on and on, more fluff, more bullshit, more blah, 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 licking of ass about, what happened about discussions in May, about the administrative requirements. And then it says at this point, the facility review process has made decisions and investments in over 59 sites. And then there's an attached list in this packet. And then it says, your request to pause implementation and do further analysis, including the possibility of asking the Postal Regulatory Commission for an advisory option, was something I could accommodate as we are in the work planning phase of this initiative. Now remember, during the committee Senate hearing, Senator Ossoff and the rest of them stated to Dejoy that they were going to get the Postal Regulatory Commission involved to start overseeing a lot of what's going on because they felt there was no oversight. So this motherfucker, because this is Dejoy, baby, this comes directly from him. It's signed by him at the end. Okay, this is his. He was advised that they were going to start using the Postal Regulatory Committee to oversee some of the changes that he's been making because they were not completely happy with the fact the mail was not moving, that the mail was down 35% in the Atlanta metro Georgia area, and in other places it wasn't getting where it had to go. So he literally said, oh no, I'm going to be accommodating now. You asked for it and I'm going to give it. That wasn't your attitude when you was at the committee hearing meeting, maybe. You were very belligerent. But now you want to be motherfucking accommodating. Okay, whatever. So, and it says starting implementation of these changes at the first of the year is a logical choice considering where we are in the planning cycle, the additional work we have ongoing, or our current efforts to stabilize service and the upcoming election. As I said in my letter dated May 9th, we will keep you and other members of Congress informed as we progress with our implementation plans. I will also let you know of our decision concerning a filing with the Postal Regulatory Commission. Now, why do you feel that he had to write this letter? Why does he feel he had to send this letter off? Because you were being attacked. There were many senators who sent Dejoy information, requesting information about what's going on. Give us progress report. Tell us what's happening. They sent in letters. He never responded to none of that shit, and he admitted to it in the committee hearing. Now, all of a sudden, look, pobrecito, ay que bebito. Now you copping deuces. You copping deuces, bruh. Why are you copping deuces now? You were so belligerent and defiant in your hearing testimony, and now you writing I write in me a 4-page letter. The fuck? Licking ass, talking about, oh, well, yes, I will be more than accommodating. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. So let's go on, because this is fuckery. So it says, what activities remain in 2024? So he has here what's going on, which is completion of initiated regional processing and distribution centers. And then also they're listed. So here on this page here, there's a list of 13. It says the projects underway and their status as identified below. So I can't go through all this shit because it's a lot. So you have Richmond, RPDC, that's in Richmond, Virginia. Atlanta, RPDC, Charlotte. Charlotte is in Gastonia. Chicago, RPDC in Chicago. Portland in Portland, Oregon. Boise, sorry y'all, Idaho. Houston, RPDC, Indianapolis. Jacksonville, Jersey City, Greensboro, Phoenix, and Santa Clarita. That's all RPDCs. Now, he's breaking down what the facility size is and what they're waiting to do. So each facility they're telling you, so like at Richmond, it says is an existing 680,000 square feet facility substantially complete and operating, awaiting further conveying equipment to be installed first quarter of the next year. So the 13 RPDCs that he has on here is literally giving a status report of what's going on with them and what is supposed to be installed in them. So some of these have already been, things have been done already. But there are some things like, especially Santa Clarita, that it is receiving an extra 200,000 square feet, and that's not going to be completed to 2026 since now they've come pause on any work that's being done. So with the RPDCs, which are the larger distribution centers, it says our plan currently provides 60 locations. Some may be with a multiple facility configuration to be deployed throughout the country. We have several underway in various stages of progress. In many cases, there are existing facilities that will refurbish and equip to perform our required operations. So those are the RPDCs. So the next thing that he has on his list is the LPCs, which is the local processing centers. So it says that they have many renovations and equipment installation projects underway in various stages of progress. As stated before, there are existing facilities that will be refurbished and equipped to perform our required operations in a more standardized way with a dramatically improved work environment. So on this list here of the LPCs, there are 20 of them. So you have Richmond, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Portland, Medford, Eugene, Oregon, Duluth, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, Boise, Pocatello, Idaho, South Houston, Texas, Beaumont, Charlotte, North Carolina, Johnson City in Tennessee, Greenville, South Carolina, Jacksonville, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, Indianapolis, and Fort Wayne. Now, my facility was a PDNC. It got bumped down to an LDC. So I don't see here about, I see SDCs and I see what they're considering LPCs. That's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be an LPC, but our facility is not on here. So that makes me wonder. There were a lot of facilities, because the facilities that were demoted down from PDNCs to LDCs or LPCs, there were more than 20 of them. There's only 20 on this list. Now, maybe because the halt was given in regards to completion of the Make America Postal Service Great Again plan, pause, maybe they're not on here. But I'm a little concerned with the fact that if my facility got downgraded last year, why are my facilities not on here? What do we do with my facility? Or any other facility that's on the list that was demoted to an LPC or LDC, why is that on this list? Let's move forward. So it says, as laid out above, nearly all of the RPDCs and LPC facilities for which we are not pausing implementation are existing and operating. The work we are engaging in with these initiatives is to catch up on 20 years of deferred maintenance, upgrade 30-year-old technology. Get the fuck out of here. Because the shit that the post office claim is new. in the older facilities, that shit is new use. The only ones getting new shit are the ones that have been either built from the ground up or you took an existing building and you retrofitted it with new shit. The other facilities which you are supposedly upgrading, you're not upgrading them with any new shit. You're upgrading them with new used shit. Get the fuck out of here. So then it says, the difference between the size of a letter and the size of a package, so the equipment and rearrange the production floor layout to logically accommodate. Okay, so the machinery that they're trying to get in the LPCs and the RPDCs is to accommodate the size and of the particular letter or the package. And this is what they're stating what's going on. Now, mind you, these are facilities that are already in process of getting things done, and they still have more work to do to them. But since the halt has happened, what's not been done is going to stay not done. Y'all get it? Okay. So now you have the SDCs, which are the sorting and distribution centers. Now, on this list, there are 28 of them. 28. And it says here that the SDCs are the Postal Service's new concept to aggregate small delivery units and mail carriers. Fully renovated, equipped delivery units. These facilities are almost entirely existing underutilized facilities long ago eliminated from their original use. They are in significant disrepair, and many have smaller carrier units and are performing random storage functions, as these were formerly plants that have been significantly that have significant parking, workflow space, docks, electrical infrastructure. Our plan provides for several hundred of these facilities and large delivery units to be renovated and newly equipped. So remember, the SDCs are the ones that the smaller stations are closing, or the stations are closing, and they're moving the carriers and some clerks over to these SDCs so that they can process letters, and they're usually bundle sorters, smaller bundle sorters, to process packaging and to go out. So on this list, and it says these facilities will enable us to be the delivery provider of choice, not just for the last mile, but for the last 150 miles to date. We have deployed 55 SDCs, and we would deploy an additional 28 prior to September 30th, 2024 at the following locations. Okay, so you got Boston, Fort Lauderdale, Hicksville, New York, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Lakeland, New Brunswick, Newark, Orange, that's in California, Phoenix, Rio Salado, St. Pete, Florida, Southern Maryland, Springfield, Stockton Airport, California, Acworth, Georgia, Carbondale in Illinois, Columbus, Oakland Park, that's in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, High Point, North Carolina, La Crosse, Wisconsin, Lake Charles, Louisiana, Olympia, Washington, Sarasota, Florida, Savannah Park, Maryland, Suwannee Mission, and that's in Kansas, Southern Connecticut, Vinland, and that's or Vineland in New Jersey, Wilkes-Barre in Pennsylvania, and York East in Pennsylvania. So this goes on and on to describe about air transportation and supporting network, how they are redesigning and competing with their priority mail and air network. Remember, guys, we're going to not be using FedEx anymore. We're going to be using UPS. So he has broken this down. He broke down ground transportation. And at the end, it's just more bullshit fluff that he added. And then he signed it. And then he enclosed a copy and CC'd every senator that is on that subcommittee, that committee. And on the back of it, y'all, is a tracking and final decision data. Now these, if y'all can see it, but you can't. So these are the areas, and then these are the facility changes. And then there's a status, a notice of intent, the public meeting, initial findings, public comment, closing date, final decision, investment. Remember I told you, they have a spreadsheet of when they went to review certain facilities and what decisions were made, and if it was closed, if it was consolidated, if it was a new facility. This is what he attached on the back of this, all the areas in alphabetical order, and that were addressed and audited and looked at, and what decisions were made. And these are the last 3 pages of the packet. And at the very end of it, they have investment, which was what money was put into that facility, and then the annual savings. So, baby, I'm looking at the investment. I mean, this shit ain't even in thousands or the hundreds of thousands. These are in the millions of what was spent. And then what decisions were made, the notice of intent, because the notice of intent has to be given to the facility. The date, remember, they give a notice of intent, then they had a public hearing, and then they had the final decision of what was made. And the final decision is the date. Now, if y'all want to find this, you can go actually online. This was in-house. This was given to upper management, the post office, but this was also CC'd and given to the senators. So, since Dejoy supposedly, and I'm gonna say supposedly because I don't really believe that his ass got chewed out. It's an election year, like I told y'all. They have to look like they give a fuck. It's quid pro quo. You understand what I'm saying? So since he was chewed out in front of America and his progress is not making any sense, of course people are going to ask what's going on. What are you doing with our money? We need a breakdown. So Dejoy, being a very smart motherfucker that he is, because do not think that he did this because he got scared. Or he did this because he was threatened. Or he did this because, oh, it showed enough showed him. And he needs to show. No. Baby, this is a business move. This is a fucking business move. Dejoy is a businessman first and foremost. So if you have people crying about, we need to see where the money's going, you give the people what they want. And that's what he did in this packet right here. To shut them the fuck up. So now, they're going to be quiet. Now, mind you, also too at the same time, there were some facilities that were about to close. Fayetteville, Arkansas was about to close, and they were going to move to Oklahoma. They paused that, so that's not going to happen. There were going to be like 20 jobs. Also too, because there was so much, outcry that was going on in Palmetto, at the facility in Palmetto, going on Atlanta Metro, RPDC, that became forefront and center. So now you've addressed the outcries. Oh, and also too, Dejoy has sent, as of yesterday, because we're now in a new day, yesterday he sent people, there are different people from across the country that have gone to the Palmetto facility and the Atlanta Metro RPDC to help out and find out what's going on with their mail. They did the same shit in Houston, so now they're doing it with Atlanta. You should have been did that. You should have been sent people there. What were you waiting on? What were you waiting for? This is a publicity stunt. That's what the fuck it is. Honestly, I should set it on fire. Because it's bullshit. It's garbage. Do not take that this man did this because he really gives a fuck. Or because he was threatened and he was scared at that fucking committee hearing meeting that happened about a month ago. That man doesn't give a fuck. This is a dog and pony show. He quieted them down for a while. It's May, y'all, about to be June. Election is in November. June, July, August, September. We barely 4 months. October. 5 months away. This is to quiet them the fuck down. This is so that these people can go back to their constituents and say, see what we did? We scared that motherfucker. He know we got this business. We ain't playing about our peoples. What does it serve for him to say, I'm going to pause everything until January 1st? What does it really cost him? What does it cost? Tell me. What does it cost? What does it hurt him? He got the money. You just pause the money. And what? See, I don't like the way this is. You literally came out with halting shit last week, and now you come out with a whole letter, a whole packet. The next week to say, this is what you wanted. Y'all wanted proof of what I'm doing. I'm going to give it to you. Really? So let's see how long this pacifier gonna work. Let's see. It's May 20th. Let's see how long his pacifier works. Will it work all the way until election? Will it work only a month? Will it work only a week? Only time will tell. But this here is bullshit. And this here is garbage. The mail is still a clusterfuck. The matrix that you created to move this motherfucking mail ain't working properly. So what you gonna do? You pull this out so you can say, oh, this is what we're doing. So if anything else fucks up, I already gave it to you. I'll let you know how this shit works. Pulling the wool over their eyes. That's what I call it. That's what I see. So let's see what actually happens. You know, these facilities that were going to be closed, they get a reprieve. But what happens to the mail? Because even though you've given these certain facilities reprieves to not close, to not be moved, the mail still isn't moving properly. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? You ain't doing nothing. Those are all fucking words. Words have to be followed by deeds. You could talk all the fuck you want, but if your actions reflect something different, your words are fucking meaningless. Just like this fucking piece of paper. But whatever. Miss K just giving it to you. Think I'm bullshitting? Think I'm lying? Go look it up. You can find this. This is not no hidden secret. This is public knowledge. Go find it. And you can read it for yourself. You can look at the facilities on here. You can look at the money invested in the facilities. All of that. You can find it. I didn't find this online. But you can find it online. Look for yourself. Think I'm bullshitting? Think I'm lying? Check it out. You got any comments about it? You think it's a good thing? You think it's a bad thing? Drop it in the comments. All us postal freaks, you know, we want to know what you think. You know, not everybody's against Dejoy. Some people are for them. So if you feel that it's a good deal or it's a good step in the right direction, let us know. If you think it's a bunch of motherfucking garbage and you should wipe your ass with it and use it as toilet paper, let us know. This is an open forum, y'all. We can always talk about it. You may not like someone's opinion on shit, but it's their opinion, and let them voice it. So, I just come to give y'all that information. Miss K tired, baby. Miss tired. It's hot as fuck right now. I'm burning down here. I'm burning. But anyway, so just want to give y'all that. Let y'all know what's going on. So we all are what? You have another piece of tool to put in your motherfucking toolbox, right? All right. So, as always, for all my postal freaks, love and light. Peace.